Hi everyone, what we've got today is a video on some driving instructor training. Now there's three parts to the driving instructor course. There's a part 1 which is a theory, a part 2 which is a driving, and a part 3 which is the teaching. We're going to concentrate on the part 2 today. Now big thanks to Aiman for letting me show everyone this. We started off with Aiman going to do a mock test, but it sort of changed a little bit during the lesson. There was a few faults that we ended up trying to fix and trying to help Aiman with. Now I'd just like to remind everyone, people taking L tests, the standard that I try and push Aiman to is far and beyond the standard that you'll have to get to on an L test, but it will still help. The same sort of things apply. You can aspire to try and get to that level if possible. For anyone doing part 2 and doing the driving instructor course, again, the level that I always try and push people to is far and beyond the level that you probably expected on test. So again, if you can aspire to this level, it's going to stand you in good stead. Bear with it, it's a long video, but it's really, really useful. Thanks a lot, I'll see you all soon. Blind spot was a little late, so I'm going to stick that down because that's one of your little things, isn't it? Yeah?
It is.
So move away safely, that one is. It's a little minor mark. The blind spot needs to be done before you move. Okay? But don't worry, this today is to see where we're at and to see what's going on. Yeah, he didn't look left either, did he? Good. And there's no pressure with this either, Aiman. Just drive. Yeah, just do your best job. This isn't your test. This is a tool to find out what we need to do over the next few weeks. Yeah?
Concentrate to exactly what we need to do.
Yeah. And it saves time, it saves money, it saves effort. Yeah? Just goes, this is what we need to fix. So now, when you're moving off, you can already fix that blind spot fault, can't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Next time I ask you to park in, make sure you check before you move. Yeah? All good. End of the road, turn left please. Nicely done. I always think that corner's quite awkward. You can't see very far to the left whatsoever, can you?
Few of the streets are like that.
Yeah,
where I live it is like that as well.
Yeah.
I always worry about my wife, she's a new driver.
Yep. Did well, Aiman. Good. The examiner on your test probably won't talk as much as I'm doing now, but what I am going to try and do today is leave you be as much as I can. Alright? We are going to discuss certain little things when they happen, which obviously won't happen on your test. Your examiner will just mark them down and then maybe go through things at the end if you wish. Okay, but we're going to do a little bit as we drive. going to take the next road on the left, please, Aiman. It's not the entrance into the football pitches. It's actually where that Jaguar has just gone. How do you feel that went?
Maybe the indicator?
No, I thought it was pretty good, to be honest. You did put the signal on slightly before that
Just
side
about
entrance.
I was arriving, yeah. Because there wasn't much.
There wasn't anything coming out for another few car lengths, so it wasn't ever going to be misleading to people. I thought it was good, mate. Well done. We're going to take the second right, please, not Queen Mary Way, the next one as well. That was in third, mate, and you're struggling with the gear. Okay, so you need to, again, that goes back to what we were saying at the start about you've got to try and make sure that you're looking in and you're appreciating things and getting the correct speed and gear before you get there, alright? Okay. That's it, so I'm sticking that one down on the form under gears. Now, do you think there that you were more interested in getting over the speed bump, and do you think maybe you put us more at risk with that car if they'd have opened the door?
Yeah, I was too close, but
So bump over the speed bump, Aiman. Go slower, bump over the speed bump and give your car to the left more room. People are always over obsessed with getting over the speed bumps without bumping. We're taking the next road on the left, please. But just remember what they're called, speed bumps. Yeah? You bump over them, don't you? Okay. I'm not going to mark that down anywhere because I still thought that you were slow enough to react if they'd had opened the door. However, I would have just kept my space and just bumped over a speed bump. Okay? All good. Well done, mate. I can't catch you out with unmarked crossroads. Good. Nice job. End of the road, turn right, please. Good. We'd rather you bump over a speed bump rather than going too close to the car. And there was actually someone in that one as well, wasn't there? Yeah. Well done. Good. Are you alright with that?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Good. It's an important little point, that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Very important. Everything counts.
It does, yeah.
As you said, I mean, it can be very dangerous. You might not think it's very dangerous, but
people don't often see the risk because they don't see a hazard. This is my grumble about the hazard perception test, as always. I've always had a little moan about it because I don't think it's very good. It just teaches people to, if they don't see a hazard, they're fine. That's not what driving's about. At the end of the road, we'll turn right, please, Aiman. So that speed's a little fast. 23, 24 is probably too much. I'll let you get away with 1 or 2, but not 3 or 4. All right. So I'm sticking that one down under use of speed. Good, nice job, mate. And we're going to turn left, please, at the traffic lights. Alright, cool. At that previous junction, you saved yourself a little by putting the handbrake on eventually. Yeah? Just explain to me what's the benefit of applying your handbrake if you stop for more than 2 or 3 seconds. Why is it important, mate?
Make sure the car is secured, if just in case somebody hit us from behind, we don't go forward.
Perfect, Aiman. All good. And like I said, there's no mark on the form for me there, nothing. No, you sorted it, but just be a little bit sooner. Getting the car secured. If you're going to wait for more than a few, just put your handbrake on.
Sooner,
yeah, that's right. It actually makes you quicker away as well if you have it in gear, have your handbrake on, and then your right foot can be over towards the gas pedal and you're ready to move a little bit sharper and sooner there as well, aren't you? Yeah. Cuts down on the risk of rolling if you're on a hill, because you can coordinate your gas clutch and release of handbrake. So just a little bit there, just a little point, but no mark on the form, mate. That's too close to the one in front as well, Aiman.
It's too close.
It's much too close, yeah. We're not 2 seconds behind. Although your reactions are excellent, you should never rely on reactions. It's very unlikely, but it does happen. I saw a video the other day from, I can't remember, it was one of the government sites, I don't know, it was Highways Agency or something like that, where a lorry was tailgating, going too close, and then
I think I've seen Israel.
And it went into the back of the car on a motorway. There was a car parked on a hard shoulder. Did you see that then?
Yeah, I read about it a little bit. And,
yeah. That's better now, isn't it? And if you want to make progress, just overtake them, alright? We don't need to, because we're actually shortly going to turn left at these, not this set here, but the next set of lights we're going to turn left. We're going to go into this car park, mate, and go and do a manoeuvre, but don't travel too close to people.
Not this one?
Yes, please. Oh. Yes, please. How sharp's this, Aiman? Good, fixed it. Nice job. Well done. And we are going to turn left into this car park. So just give yourself more space to see. If you want to get going, overtake. Don't sit stuck up someone's bumper. Yeah? Good. We'll head all the way down to the bottom of the car park. Good. We're going to turn right. And when we've turned right, I'd like you to find a bay that you can drive forward into, please, Aiman. Okay, all good. Thank you. Right. First of all, following the lorry, you can leave the car on, mate. Normally we would turn it off, but we're only going to literally be a second. Normally, following that lorry, that's going to be marked under following distance. Okay, so a little mark for that one. Was there anything with that bay park that you thought?
I went over the lines a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For me, there's no one there, and there's no issue. But to be honest, I've had discussions with examiners over this as well, and I think I don't know whether there's a difference of thought now, but they want you to do it as if there's cars there. Yeah. So there's a little bit of a control issue with that. Also, if you look at the line in front of us underneath your mirror to your right, where would you say you are with that, mate?
A little bit this way.
You're over the line at the front.
With my tires?
Yeah, the front of the car is stuck over that front line.
Yeah, doesn't see.
Okay? Too much forward. So remember, look underneath your mirror to your right and left, and when the line's just underneath your mirror, about where these door handles are, you know you're about right. So there's a little bit on control.
Pay more attention to the bay parking.
Yes, there's a little bit more control. It's sort of like there's no one about, I'll just lash it anywhere.
Again, I think this come from bad habit because I think I can go in. It's easy for me to go in.
Correct. And
I need to make it perfect.
You've got to raise the standards a little bit there. So yeah, try not to go on the lines and swing out to the left to go into the right. And then make certain that you are not overhanging that one at the front.
Taking my time.
Okay, mate. Sound. When you're ready, we can reverse us out, please. We're going to pay attention to the one-way system of the car park as well. All right, over to you. Nice job, mate. Well done. Okay, cool. You dry steered a little bit there, and you haven't looked around before you moved. Okay, so there's two little points with that you've got to get a little bit better with. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stick them down as well. What we can do, Aiman, is to take this next road on the right, please. Yeah. This one just here, this sharp one. Then we'll find our way out. How do you think not checking before you moved would have gone on your test?
Serious,
it's a serious fault, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Turn right, please, at the end.
So that's why people take their really good time to turn in and out and they look.
They need to, because if you don't look, you'll get someone. At the traffic lights, we'll turn left, please. So I sort of can put that down in one of the other area. Is it a part of the observations on the manoeuvre? Yes, but really we'd finished the manoeuvre and we were moving off. So I'm going to mark that under moving off safely, and I'm going to mark it down as a serious fault, mate. All right? Oh, don't let it worry you. Try not to let it affect the rest of your test. However, that was sort of like, it's under the same category as the blind spot from earlier on. Make sense? Alright, cool. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get through these lights and then take the slip road to the left where the queue of the traffic has slid off to the left hand side. So through the lights and then slip road left, please, Aiman. Good decision, very good. Nice job. You were nicely aware of the grey Ford that was behind us as well.
He was a bit close, but I thought he's going.
Yeah, you worked it out really nicely. Cool. So try not to let the car park stuff that we've just done affect you. All right. Like we said at the start, that
if I have a crash, he's gonna end up laughing.
Yeah, and this is a tool today of us to find out where we're going to go over the next couple of sessions. All right. Remember, mock tests are just that. They're to see where we're at a lot of the time. Okay, remember that when you're teaching your pupils also, to put them at ease as much as you can. Just needed a signal there also. Okay, so get your head together a bit. Yeah, doesn't matter about that. It's not your test. It's not cost you 111 quid for a part 2 test, mate. Yeah? You've not wasted any money with it or effort. This is all good. It's all time that you can work out, oh, this is what I'm doing wrong. This is what I need to fix. Okay, nice job. So, signal when necessary. Driver fault. So get your head back into gear, and we're going to be turning right onto the motorway, please. Right onto the motorway. Nice job. Nice gear choice as well. Good. Good decision to stay where you are. Well done. Good. Nicely watched. Nice slide over as well. Top class Aiman, very aware. Good. Thought all that was tidy, mate. Well done. We're not taking this Heighton turn off, but we're going to take the Prescott one a little touch further up. Okay. Nice decision to stay out as well. If you're catching people, save unnecessary back in, back out, back in, back out. Sometimes just holding your position's good, but it's a balancing act all the time, isn't it? Yeah? I agree, yeah, I would do the same. Nice job. things to slow to 65 because of what's happening up ahead was also a good idea as well, Nick.
Because you can come off soon, so.
You're coming off soon, good. Sometimes though, you have to make a little bit of progress, but I usually say in around the half-mile marker and settle so you can do your leave quite comfortably. Yeah. Nice job. I'd like you to follow the signs for heighten for a little bit, please. What should we do now? Cancel the signal then, mate?
Yeah.
We'll go to Prescott. So we'll take the second exit, not this one, this next one. Alright, mate?
Was I too late with the sign over because of the Mercedes?
Too late with all of it, to be honest. You could see with the sign quite soon that it was past the rounded end on the flat-sided roundabout. Therefore, you need to adopt a position as if you were turning right. Okay? But notice the reaction of what I said to you. In the end, just bin it and go somewhere different.
I think the Mercedes was flying in as well.
You would, yeah, but you should have sorted it before the Mercedes, if I was honest. Should have well done
the
it.
sign, I didn't see the sign before the Mercedes.
There you go. So therefore, look further.
Well, the sign wasn't visible to me before Mercedes was there.
All right. Well, it wasn't. All right. You could see it easily. Okay. But look a little bit further. It will give you more time. But the important thing there, if you realise you've made a little mistake like that, even on your Part 2 test, rectify it. How could we rectify it? Did we have a chance to come past into lane 2? Well, we had a Volkswagen come past after as well, didn't we? Maybe after the Volkswagen had come past, there was possibly a little opportunity for us to move lanes to the right, but I'd already said to you, forget that heightened turn, we'll take the Prescott one, the second one. Make sense? Alright, so if you ever find yourself in that situation that you've picked the incorrect lane, just go somewhere safe from that lane. And that's all you need to do, Aiman.
Will that be a fail?
No. If you'd have done that of your own accord, no. But if you'd have tried to turn right from the left-hand lane, yes, that would have been a fail. You see where I'm coming from? So you've got to be switched on enough to your own faults to a certain extent. All right? No worries. So I'm going to leave that one down to, I'm just going to put a driver fault in there on awareness and planning. Okay? But really there's a few little areas that you probably need to address with that. All right? We'll turn right at this roundabout. It's the second junction, please. You were put off a little bit by the police playing Chase Me, weren't you? Yeah? Okay. When you see the police, and they're just training, they're just chasing the Skoda, that's all they're doing.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Training?
Yeah, training. When you see that situation, just slow down more, let them pass, and you still have a chance to go after. We'll go ahead, please, at the roundabout. Okay. Just mirrors before you signal there. Yeah? You were insistent on using your hand.
Yeah,
We've got to have a little look first, haven't we?
it was very small.
It
Roundabouts,
was,
so you need
therefore.
to fit in everything in.
No, you sort your steering, then check, then signal. Okay? Roundabout, take the second left, please. I'll show you with this one. She'll come in too fast without looking, mate. Yeah? So don't signal yet. Don't signal. We're taking the next one. Look and steer, then mirrors, then signal. Better. Do you understand? So try the same thing again with this one. Straight on, please. Second junction. Don't try and signal before you've fixed your steering. So don't signal. Fix your steering full. Check your mirrors, signal. There's loads of time if you do things properly. Make sense? Good man. Roundabout will turn right, please. I'll leave that one back to you. Get a chance to rectify this anyway here. Not a brilliant decision to change to fourth, Aiman.
I thought he was talking about the gears. Oh, you mean looking and putting the indicator in?
You haven't right signalled. Concentrate. Yeah? You needed to right signal on the approach. It's a right turn. It's past 12 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Then
Right.
the mirror signal coming in. But why change to fourth coming into a roundabout where you're downhill, you're slowing down? I'm not sure.
I thought you were talking about the gear.
No, you got a chance to rectify the signal work with the roundabout. So the signal work at the roundabout needs a touch of work as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, just keep listening to your engine because you're too fast as well. Cool. Left turn, please. Again, late slowing and looking and slow out. You need to slow earlier, look earlier, get prepared earlier and go earlier.
I think I should have gone not put it in the first, but then I thought there's some third and I might have calmed my...
Again, just listen to your engine a bit more. Look more on the approach. You've still got this habit of arriving into things and then trying to sort it. Okay. All right. And that's actually causing a little bit of hesitancy at your roundabouts. And that's why I've marked that down under hesitancy. That you're choosing first gear and not going when you should be flowing on. All right. So we can fix that by doing more work with the brake, doing more work with the observing, and fixing all the gear on the way in rather than when we get there. You okay with all that?
Yeah.
Good man. Yeah, well done for correcting your speed as well, Aiman. Good.
Police. Oh.
Could you see the police coming? No? Is that what you said there?
No, I said I thought these gonna be turning green, and
Nah, right.
I was expecting the lights to turn and then these to green.
Yeah, that's okay. Just going back to what I just said there as well, if the police had, you know that they're training and they usually have an unmarked car with lights on, followed by one or two or a couple of cars. Yeah, if you see that in the area, and it's usually up here because the police training base is up back end of St Helens. Okay. If you see that round in this area, just be mindful that we could see him again shortly. Make sense? This roundabout, we're going to follow the signs for Heighton Village, please. Heighton Village. This is a right turn as well, signal right. Although it was signposted straight, the roundabout was over to the left of it, which makes this the right turn. Does that make sense? Yeah? Good. So these traffic lights will also turn left, please. That's better, Aiman. All sorted, collected up and fixed all before you call. Cracker. Well done. Good work with the handbrake. It's important at crossings. Remind us why it's important at crossings.
Again, if somebody hit us in the back, I'll
Brilliant,
just go
mate.
straight over the...
Brilliant. This young kid could have been...
crossing,
Yeah, that's right. Brilliant, mate. Well done.
There's actually a video about it.
I can imagine, mate. Yeah.
Like advertising. The guy in the front and the back saying, no, there's nothing wrong with the... He was just checking his car, and the woman is speechless because she hit the pedestrian, and the back one didn't know.
Yeah.
And the pedestrian was actually in underneath his car.
Yeah. Get a little mirror check before you slow there. Okay. Now I've got to be really ruthless with you as well, Aiman. All right. I know you probably think I'm just picking on you. I am.
No, I mean it's got to be like that. It's reality, you know. Yeah. It's not that being kind or you know.
I would also like to add. So I've just put another little mark down there for checking your mirrors before changing speed or before slowing down. I'm much tougher than the examiners. I have to be.
Of course, as you said, I need to give the right habit to the people.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll take the next road on the right, please. Little cut to the corner. Not quite slow enough again. We'll go ahead, please, at this junction. Get looking now. Get looking now. Get looking now. Good. And you notice how I encourage you to actually keep moving there? It's because you don't look on the approach, you just stare at the front. Turn right, please. Have another go at this one, Aiman. Get looking now, right and left. Right and left, can you see enough? Can you see enough? Perfect, again. Find somewhere to park on the right, please, before the junction on the left. Can you get in quite soon?
Yeah.
Nice job, thank you. Well done. Again, you can leave the car. It's okay, that's fine. Yeah. Press that again twice. So that's all right, and it just keeps on. That's fine. It's only because I'll explain in a minute. It's not a problem. Do you understand the stuff that we're talking about the approach in junctions, about looking on the approach a bit more? Those last couple that I've sort of like stepped in and helped you with, have they been better?
Yeah, of course.
They have been better.
Obviously, choose the correct gear and look more.
Look more. Ahead. And the look tells you what to do braking wise, and it tells you what to do gear wise, and it tells you what to do go wise.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. And you're just a little late doing the observations. Okay, that's all. The cut to the corner. It is that taxi sort of like mentality to just get
finish
there.
The corner quick.
That's right, and escape, and it just increases risk massively.
Imagine a big lorry coming face you.
Imagine a young kid on a push bike coming out of that road. Yeah. And that's what we've got to think a little bit more. Okay, and it's one thing that I've often said to taxi drivers when I've taught them to be instructors as well. Is taxi driver insurance quite expensive?
It is.
It is. Yeah, it's very expensive.
Very expensive.
Driving instructor insurance.
Paid a lot of money for that.
Isn't. Yeah, driving instructor insurance isn't. Now, I was speaking to a young lad in a taxi who took me home the other week, and he was 20, and he had his own cab. His dad had bought him a cab.
Oh, 20, and very young. How could he afford that?
He was a lovely guy as well.
Yeah.
Really nice journey, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Took loads of care. Okay. He had a camera, CCTV pointing in. I was asking him about it. He was lovely, really nice chap. And he said to us he was paying £7,000 a year to insure his cab.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah, 20. I mean, even if you have clean license and everything, you still pay.
Why do you think that is?
Because high mileage taxi doing is always on the road, and
you wouldn't do any more mileage than me. Why would it cost me or have even this car, it's well under £1,000 for me to insure this one. All right, and I insure this in a way so my lads can actually go off and get it washed for me, or go off and get it fueled. Even my 17-year-old, when he passes a test, he's insured on this, and it's under £1,000. So what's the difference then? What's the difference? Because this car will do similar type of mileage than the taxi, probably not quite as much, but why is that so much different?
Maybe because of the job, or because he's a driver instructor.
Standards as well. It's the standard of driver, and that's all it is. It's down to risk. Insurance is down to risk. And what we've got to try and get you away from is that mentality of trying to escape and just trying to get there as quickly as you can with as little effort. Be more effort to it, and therefore it lowers the risk, doesn't it? All right. So you've bitten into my way of thinking as well, which is really good, and you need to have that way. All right. You understand fully what I'm talking about and why. Okay. We cannot have a generation of drivers driving with a cab mentality. They're trying to escape.
No, absolutely.
Do you understand?
No.
Our roads have got to be a better place. And what people don't realise is that...
You see some of the small... Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Some of the small thing I'm doing, I might think, oh, it's all right. I know what I'm doing. I've been driving for all these years. But for a new driver, it does matter. It's a big matter.
But let's just put it this way then. There was a speed bump before that you were trying to go around. I don't think you'd noticed the person in the car.
No, when he said there's a person, I looked behind and
went, wow, yeah, right, sound. So that's why having that mentality of driving in that particular way causes then the risk to be massive, and taxi driver insurance is colossal, and mine isn't. And that's the difference. Yeah. That's what you've got to try and sort of like get into.
Of course, it's very, very important that you pass the right skills to the people who are there.
Correct, yeah. And then, it's not driving instructors which teach people to go on a mobile phone. It's not driving instructors who teach people to speed. It's not driving instructors who teach people to jump red lights. It's that sort of mindset of, I'm okay, I'm experienced. And I always ask people this question when we first start the part 2, and I think I asked you, how do you rate yourself as a driver? Don't answer, because you're so much better now. But no one has ever said, listen, I'm bang average. Everyone always rates themselves as good. And that shows you the mentality that we're having to deal with today's drivers. No one looks at themselves. Okay? But you're different, mate.
If everybody looked at themselves, there'd probably be less accident. And if everybody thought twice...
100%. 100%. Good. So, this isn't a criticism today, and this is not what I'm doing this for. I'm trying to get you into the correct.
Even if you criticize me, I mean, I'm trying to learn something.
Yeah, and you're good as gold, Aiman. You're not a snowflake. You're not going to melt
I'm
as soon.
to be honest. I'm just hoping because when I do something, even if I'm taxiing or delivering pizza, I want to be perfect at it.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
yeah, do the best job you can. You're
yeah,
right.
I mean,
and you're lovely to work with because whatever I throw at you, you take on, you go away, you work with. So all I want you to say with this today, there's been little sections where you've made mistakes and others have quickly followed because you've made a mistake, and that's understandable. It works like that with people. Just try and learn to get that mistake out your head and just get on with the next 10 seconds. All right? So there's a few little things. We haven't finished yet as well. We've got about 15 minutes left. Okay, I know I've had a little gab there, but I just wanted to.
It's important. I think you're speaking about it. Really, you think back and then you realize.
You understand. Yeah, that's right.
Take the corner slowly and
slow it down.
Nice and clean.
Go around it. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's good. We've already done the pull up and park on the right. You've just done it really well there. What I'd like you to do is get your car started again and reverse us away a couple of car lengths, Aiman. Okay. All right. Go on, mate. Over to you. So, what gear are we in, mate? That's it. Okay, so get concentrating again. I know we've just had a little talk for 5 minutes, but on with it again. Good. Try not to use brake and bite. You don't need the brake pedal. No, you don't need it. You need gas and bite, and if the car goes too fast, press the clutch down a bit, not the brake. You're pressing the brake. Press the clutch down a bit.
Like that?
Yeah, dip the clutch a little bit, because you're just driving it back too much. Yeah, try not to use brake and bite. That'll do nicely, Aiman. Thank you. All right, so there's just a little bit of foot control there that you need to work with. Let's just analyze.
I was just worrying that with my slide, if I press the clutch bit down,
is it really that much downhill?
No, it's not.
So what you're actually doing, you're making it drive by using the bite, and you're braking, so you're making it slow down. Okay, you should you should use gas, and you should use the clutch to get it moving. If then it starts to go too fast, press the clutch down,
and if it still goes down,
then use the brake. Okay, because it's a little bit of a confusing signal, because you're pressing the brake but actually still going back, as well as it not being brilliant for the car. It won't really do loads of damage, but
yeah,
it's not perfect for the car. Make sense?
Of course.
So just change your mindset on your working your feet there a little bit, mate. All right.
I think what I'm seeing, it's the bad thing, the worst ever thing I've got about driving. It's controlling the car.
Yeah.
As you said, you could. That's why people slide when they drive fast, because they haven't chose the right gear, and they put on the clutch while they don't need the clutch.
There you go. And and even stuff going back to what we're saying about the police doing some training. Whenever people are getting chased by the police, they always the people getting chased always end up in a field or crashing into a tree. The police don't. It's because the police know how to drive. The idiots who try and drive fast haven't got a clue. All good, mate. Any questions with your feet coordination? No?
No, you're right.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Off we go. And what we're going to have a go at down here as well, mate, is the emergency stop. So I'd like you to drive on. We're going to take a lot of care with these people now as well. There is a park here on the left, and I'm hoping that they're going to head to the left. Now, if they don't, and they go straight on, we might head to the left and go and have a little go down that road. So I'm going to go the opposite way to their going, and then we'll take it from there, mate. So it looks as though they're going straight. That's fine. So we'll drive on. We'll take the next road on the left, and then down there I may ask you to do a stop at any second, mate. All right?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, perfect.
Nice job. We're going to assess the road first as well, Aiman. It's by a park, so go. In fact, no, we won't bother here.
Okay.
Not brilliant. It's speed bumped road. It's not ideal for me, to be honest. So I'll leave that for now. All right. So just drive normally. We are not doing the emergency stop. We will might actually leave that for today.
Okay.
We did it last time anyway, didn't we? Yeah.
I think I wasn't too bad.
No, you were pretty good. It's just something that will happen on your Part 2 test. It's unlike the learner test. The learner test, they'll do about 1 in 3 emergency stop. On a Part 2, you will do it. All right?
Definitely will.
You'll definitely do an emergency stop. All right, unless the examiner tries to do it and then it's unable.
It doesn't get the
but
perfect chance.
Yeah. Nice work. Okay, the end of the road, we'll turn left, please. Just be careful of the little rollback that we had. It was only a tiniest one, but it was a tiny little rollback. Make certain that you're slow enough, you're in first, and you catch it back with gas and bite to ensure it doesn't roll back, or stop and put your handbrake on. We're just going to go ahead, please, Aiman, straight on. Yeah, well done. Good. You've grown your distance a little bit with the red car. 2 seconds. Let's have a little look as this red car passes the next lamppost. 1 banana, 2 banana. We're good. But we probably were still a little close when I first said about it. Agreed? So be careful of your following distance. I know it's something that I mentioned a little touch earlier on as well, wasn't it? Yeah?
It's not safe to overtake.
Correct.
So the examiners are different from people who becoming a first-time driver, or?
Yes, the examiners who conduct Part 2 have to be specially trained to conduct Part 2. The examiners who do conduct Part 2 are still trained enough to do the learner test, but they're generally separated. Slightly increasing risk as you came up to the lights. That's that mentality of trying to get through the lights. You were increasing.
I've seen the small sign. It was 40. I was thinking.
Yeah, but you were increasing speed coming into the situation, which was getting more danger.
I did increase my speed, but I thought I'm doing too slow here.
Yeah, but do the faster speed beforehand.
Or after.
Perfect. At the roundabout, we're going to follow the signs for Whiston, please. It's the second junction. we're in too close again, Aiman. Don't just follow the back of people. Good, well watched the white one, very good. I had a little thought that he was going to come over there as well. And if you have a look in your mirrors, he is. Or now he's changed his mind.
Yeah.
Typical. People haven't got a clue on how to deal with a spiral roundabout. Alright, you dealt with it well, mate. Nice and aware as well, very good.
Spiral.
Spiral, or gyratory roundabout sometimes they're called. Very nice job. These traffic lights will turn right, please. Think of risk. Yeah, we need to, yeah, good. And if you're not increasing speed, you're always ready for those lights to change.
Definitely, it's wrong increasing the speed before you catch on the light.
People try and make those lights.
Oh,
and that's,
yeah,
that's
a lot
why,
of people, yeah.
That's why there's so many red light jumpers. That's why people die at junctions when people have been hit by cars jumping red lights. And we've got to change the mindset of people.
It's very dangerous if you follow, oh, I'm going to catch this light.
I'll try and get, yeah.
And then you just concentrate on the light, you don't see anything
that's
else.
Right, exactly. Well done, Aiman. Good. So it's changing that mindset, isn't it? Yeah. And I see it so many times as well, Aiman, where people will jump red lights near me, and then I'll wait for the actual set to go back on green. I'll drive up the road 2 minutes, and I'll be next to them again. And people haven't got a clue. It's the uneducated fools which cause all the problems. Make sense? Now, what I would have done there, I would have took my time more getting to those lights, and then maybe if they're ready to change, you're ready just to keep moving. All right. It was especially important. Yeah, good. Well done with the handbrake. You did well. But it was especially important with the BMW behind, was travelling a little close. We were coming downhill, so I would have controlled them with my brake more, slowed them down, and then lowered the risk. Do you understand? but you still dealt with it okay. Very good decision as well, I will add, when you realised the lights had just changed to put your handbrake. Good.
You don't want to roll back.
You're right. That's a nice.
Serious, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. People walk behind your car or walk behind your cab, and then
on the test, a serious thing.
If you roll, it depends how much. Okay. Now I know we rolled a little bit before coming out of the road near the park. It was a tiny little one. There was little danger there. There was little risk. But if risk is high, if someone was walking behind your car, or someone was extremely close to you, yep, serious mark, mate. So these things, people, or these faults, people think if you do this, this is this fault. If you do this, it's that fault. Not quite. They change depending on the situation and their severity, if you like. So we can't just tell you, well, this fault is this penalty and this fault is that penalty.
Yeah, I think you're really harsh for not looking. You gave me a serious one.
Yeah. You think that's harsh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean,
for not looking?
No, of course not. I mean, I didn't look at the right time. It's not that I didn't look completely, just drove on.
You did. You did just drive on. Now, think of it in this way then, and this is this mentality that I've got to change. If you think that was safe, leaving the car park, without looking round, people sometimes say, well, it's a clear car park. You only know it's clear if you check.
If you look.
So if you think that frame of mind's okay, I challenge you to do this, Aiman. Up to these traffic lights, we'll turn left, please. So yeah, if you think that frame of mind is okay, I challenge you to do this. Every single road that you cross, what you've now got to do is not look. Okay? If you think that's okay, carry on. I'll come and I'll say my respects at your funeral, mate. All right? And that's that mentality that you've got to get away from, is thinking that it's okay not to look. It's not. All right?
Of course it's not.
I get where you're coming from, and it's not being harsh. All right? It's the standards that you're now getting used to compared to being a taxi driver. You are now a professional driving instructor. Yeah? That's good. Nice signal. Golf is holding back. Perfect. Really good. But well done. It's good to have good discussion with you as well, Aiman. And like I said, you're always appreciative and understanding of my my comebacks with it as well.
You need to learn something new. You gotta take it in.
Perfect. We're going to take the next turn on the right in towards where the car park is, please. Next turn and on the right, Aiman. Brake more for the white. Brake more. Brake more. Get it into first gear ready. Can you go? Next left into the car park, and then find a bay, and we're going to reverse into one of these bays, please. Any one at all, don't care where you go. Over to you. Good, well done.
No, you don't want me to go the lines as well.
That's all right, don't worry. Doing a good job with that, Aiman. Well done. Excellent. Oh, good. Observations were good. I like to use brake and bite again though. Alright. Alright, relax. You can leave your car on just for a little second. All right, that's the end of the test, mate. That was pretty good. Just discuss that bay park for a sec. Yeah, you said about the lines. I'd like you to leave those lines alone. So how far away from that line in front of us should we have been? How far away from it?
Even on the side, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
How far away?
Say meter,
About
so we
meter.
don't catch it.
Yeah, very good. Okay. And the other thing that I probably would say, yes, you just wing that and you used your knowledge and your experience of where the car is to sort your position out there, but you can probably observe a little bit better and a little bit more if you actually learn that method that I've shown you.
Yeah, I was reversing. I never thought about
that.
You're okay.
You're okay. You're fine doing it like that. All right. But just remember that if you know where you've got to turn, you can get there, turn, and then spend all your time looking because you know
without
it's just
concentrating on where I'm going to go.
Yes, exactly. So maybe a little thing there that you could probably just lower risk, but it was pretty good. Right. Any questions yourself, mate? You can just turn your car off a little second, but then again, press that button twice for us, please, Aiman. And again, press it once more. Thank you. All good. Yeah, have you got any questions on anything with that, mate?
No, I think when hopefully I finish, become an instructor, I think I'll be good because you're teaching me every corner that I need to learn.
Yep. And what we've come up with is 15 faults there, unfortunately. All right. But like I said, I am ruthless. The only one that has been a serious fault was the moving off in a car park. Okay, and we've just discussed that. Maybe
I need to be really, really sharp.
maybe if you'd done significant observations as you were reversing out, as you were stopping, to put it into first and then move off, you already know that there's stuff not around and you know it's clear. So I sort of get your perspective as well. However, my job is to be way tougher than the standard actually required.
No, to be honest, no, I'm happy. I think everything a bit wrong that I've done, if you tell me, it'll be wrong if you not tell me, if you don't mark them down.
You're right. So there's a couple of areas that I'd like you to work with. Following distance is one. Yeah, where you do tend to travel behind people too close. Okay.
Yeah, just that always driving and people push you and you just have that feeling. I have no more space. Where do you want me to go? So I go forward.
So therefore,
I need to learn, hold them back behind me.
You need to be a little bit more hard-faced. Yeah. And remember what I said, is rather travelling closer, overtake them. Go past them if you've got speed limit left.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
If it's safe enough, of course.
Safe enough, do it. But you cannot get there any quicker travelling closer to people. And if you think, if someone's pushing you along behind, if they're close to you, your decision to travel close to the one in front is exactly the opposite of what you need to do. Isn't it? Makes sense? So give yourself more space if people are travelling behind close. Signals could do with a little touch of work, a little bit on hesitancy as well. I think we've got a little bit better over the last little bit. I've used the opportunity of this sort of mock test. It's more like an assessment because I've been involved quite a lot, but seem to have got a little bit better with the approaching and looking over the last 20 minutes or so. Would you agree? Did a little bit coming up to the park where I got you looking at a couple of junctions, and then it's been better since. I
need to practice at home as well, to be honest. I was just literally busy for the last 2 weeks.
I understand, mate. I understand. Move off safely with blind spots, no problems. Use some mirrors a little, one before slowing down, one before signalling. Signals when necessary as well, when you needed them, maybe when you didn't. You know what, it's been an hour. I can't remember exactly the same situation it was. Can't remember both of them. But your main drive, though, all right, is getting quite close, and I think with the timescales involved, with what we've got left to do, we should definitely book your test, Aiman. You all right?
Yeah. Obviously, if I go to this, I need to be right at it as well. It's not just
good, yeah. And you're not a million miles off. All right, I mean that. Even though I've just marked you down 15, we're allowed 6.
Are we allowed 6 only?
Only 6.
I thought 14 was it?
No, that's a learner. All right.
Learner.
You're totally different than that.
Yeah.
All right. So 6 is what we're playing with. So you've got to tidy up these little bits. But I will also say, there's no in the world your examiner's going to mark everything as harshly as I've done that. But
you're the experienced one, and
that's what we've got to try and push to. All right, you sort of know the standard that you should be trying to work with now, to therefore get to the part 2 test.
So I've done every bit, so I can go and practice every bit.
Correct. All right, mate.
And obviously with yourself, we'll do another mock test as well.
We certainly will. We'll do another one, and we'll do a proper one where Ash.
And please be as harsh as you can. Because
you don't have to tell me that, Aiman. You know me now. Right. Okay. All good. Have you got any questions with that at all? No. Feel okay?
No.
Brilliant.
No, I need
all right.
Practice.
All good.